Favor opens up the door to opportunity and works on my behalf. Always giving up. And even when my eyes can't see, I know it's there for me. God's favor's all I need. There is nothing worse, nothing that's more precious, nothing that's worth more than the favor of God. Opening doors for me. There's nothing that's in the midst of my trouble. He's there on the double. He's always there. Favor of God. Thank you, Father God, for your favor. There's nothing like this favor, favor, favor.
With Zelle and the Wells Fargo mobile app, your
All right. Oh my goodness.
small business can get paid.
Let's
Payment
get
receipt.
started. Let's get started. I'm excited. Right. Oh my goodness.
Your small
So excited to share some powerful information with those of you that are here tonight. Welcome. My name is Dr. Roz. My name is Rosalind Shaw Belt, but everybody calls me Dr. Roz, and I am going to share some information with you that could possibly revolutionize your life. That could put you in another place, another space, because it is time for us as a people to get a piece of the pie, the piece that belongs to us. Some of you want the whole pie, whatever piece you get, that's fine. But let me share this information because somebody told you to take a look at it. Somebody told you to listen to it. Whatever reason, how you got here, whether it is live and watching me do it or pre-recorded, or maybe somebody sent you the video, whatever the case may be, you're going to be in a position in just a few minutes to say thank you to them because they thought enough of you to share this time-sensitive information. So let's jump right in and let's get started because I want to share not only what we're doing and what your opportunity is, but who we are. Check this out.
While so many industries struggled during the pandemic, the CBD industry grew over 30%. Welcome to Wakana. We offer natural and organically grown CBD products backed by our 30-day bottom-of-the-bottle guarantee. Our proprietary blends contain more than 15 essential oils like black seed and turmeric, which help in creating the ultimate entourage effect. We provide a certificate of analysis on all of our CBD-infused products. These tests are conducted by one of the top ISO labs in Florida to ensure quality and potency inside of every batch. We're one of the few companies in the world who conduct full panel testing to confirm our ingestible products are free of pesticides, mold, and other dangerous compounds. The foundation of Wakana is based on 4 pillars, including health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. According to the current CBD market, there is a tremendous opportunity for you to launch your own dispensary with Wakana. You can retail products online, earning from 20 to 50% of the commissionable volume. By launching an online dispensary, you can win the loyalty of your customers by offering the hottest products like edibles, flower, hair care, tinctures, and topicals. Wakana isn't just a company. We are a movement. During the pandemic, we grew over 100% and expanded our headquarters from 1,000 to over 5,500 square feet. We have over 10,000 customers and a 5-star online rating from our satisfied customers and distributors. So what are you waiting for? Start partnering with one of the fastest growing and most reputable CBD companies in the world. Wakana, the crown jewel of CBD.
And that's who we are. And just like she said, it's a movement. Listen, if you're like me, the very first time I heard the word cannabis, you know, being a minister and all, been in ministry since 1980, got a doctorate in theology and divinity. Not really interested, right? Because I'm not trying to do marijuana, not trying to sell marijuana, not trying to promote it. But I did not realize that there was another side of the coin. And so our movement has helped to end that negative stigma, because there's a negative connotation that's associated with it, because we only think about what we only know. And see, that's caused us to be hindered. We're suffering and we're losing out on the health and the wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. So here's what our movement is all about: to get you to get into this legal space, confidently get here as an entrepreneur, as a formulator, as an investor, and really have the courage and the strength to take back your health, those loved ones that you have, their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. Now, in this presentation tonight, I'm going to focus on the entrepreneurial side of the coin, and even those of you that are investor-minded. But before I can get into that, let me introduce to you our co-founders. Yes, these four phenomenal ladies, we call them our C-suite: CMO, CFO, CEO, and CSO. Dr. Rita J. McGuire, she kicks it off being an obstetrician gynecologist. Yes, she's a bona fide doctor for over 30 plus years, delivered over 8,000 babies. And she's an expert in the field of cannabis, such an expert that she was asked by the governor of the state of Illinois to testify in front of the Judiciary Committee when they were trying to make decisions about the legalization and taxation of the entire plant. And of course, you may not know this, but Illinois is one of those states that everything is legal. And she was very instrumental in helping to make that happen. That second lady is Dr. Patricia Van Pelt. Yes, she's my mentor. She's the reason my husband and I joined the company. And she is our interim CFO, our interim chief financial officer, as well as the president of the company. Now, this lady does a little bit of everything. She's president of the company. She's a philanthropist. She's an entrepreneur. She's a state senator serving her current third term. She's an evangelist. She's an author. I'm telling you, I don't know how she does it all. But some of us call her our mindset guru, because she's always helping us mentally get towards our purpose. Melissa Boston, there's the brains. That's the visionary behind all of this. And she was just on a plane trip going to a memorial service rather, of a friend of hers whose mother had passed away, and heard that word Wakanda. Not Wakanda like Black Panther, but Wakanda. Now, at the time, she was not even thinking about starting a business, because she was already the CEO of a cannabis company and had taken that company from 8,000 to 250,000 in just a short period of time. But this lady here, she's a social media strategist. I mean, she retired at the age of 33 and a half years, came out of retirement to get into direct sales, direct marketing, social selling, and never turned back, and was the MVP of 3 of the 4 companies that she was a part of, and built teams in over 46 countries. And did I say she's a social media strategist? And she is our CEO. And Phyllis Nash, this phenomenal lady, we call her Phenomenal Phyllis, because this lady has built a 7-figure income for herself, but she's taught others how to do it while she's been a real estate developer. She's been in direct sales, only had about 2 jobs in her lifetime. But what's more importantly, she's taught others how to build that 6- and 7-figure income. And that's why we call her our midwife of Wakanda, because she helps to birth all of the possibilities on the inside of us. And together they make up Wakanda. Now, this is the first CBD cannabis company owned by 4 African-American females in the Midwest. And I'm gonna push the envelope a little bit further and say probably in the whole country, because you probably won't find 4 African-American women in leadership. Now you see this number on the screen, right? This company started on 4/20 of 2019, less than 3 years old. And we've already done $5.5 million, and we're pushing the envelope towards that 6 million crack, right? I want you to remember that, because that's gonna be instrumental in your decision-making, whether or not you want to get a piece of this. Yes, I mean, the first year we did $1 million, over $1 million. And every year since then, we've been in profit. That's important when you understand that I'm trying to offer you an opportunity to get a piece of the pie. a piece of a legal pie, really. See, this whole industry started blossoming and moving in the direction that it's in now in 2014, when President Obama passed a bill to generate and protect the research into hemp. And then in 2018, another farm bill was passed, making it legal on the federal level in all 50 states. Yes, hemp has become a mainstream crop. See, we're talking about hemp. Now, most of you probably only know about marijuana, but maybe you didn't know that this cannabis plant has two main species, marijuana and hemp. Now, both of them contain THC and CBD. But what makes marijuana give you the high is because it's high in THC and very low in CBD, whereas hemp is very low in THC and high in CBD. And what's legal is 0.3% or less on the hemp side, from the hemp side of the plant. That's just a trace amount, but it's very high in CBD. And that's why we call it health without the high. And that's why they are talking about the revenue. The CBD revenue is projected to reach $20 billion. That's what the B guys, $20 billion by the year 2024. That's absolutely amazing. And when you understand hemp, because hemp is nothing new, hemp seeds, you can buy them in the store. The first Bible was made of hemp. The first flag was made of hemp. Henry Ford used hemp ethanol. Farmers used to grow hemp and they were required to do it. And the next house you get built will probably be built with hempcrete. So this is why Wakana has been very, very strategic, and why we've done so well thus far is because we don't just have CBD oil or CBD gummies in the CBD industry, but we have products in other billion and trillion dollar industries that are already in existence, like weight loss, wellness, hair care, skin care, and essential oils. But I could go on and let you know about this, but I'm not a medical doctor. As I said, my doctorate's in theology and divinity. But let me let you hear just briefly from the mouth of a medical doctor what he says about the science of this industry. Check this out.
Hello, my name is Dr. David Allen. I'm a retired cardiac surgeon and a member of the International Cannabinoid Research Society, ICRS. That means I'm a cannabinoid research scientist. And I'm here to tell you about the discovery of the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and the significance and how it will change medicine. And we discovered the endocannabinoid system about 30 years ago, and we really didn't understand the significance of its discovery. And so we found out that this is a chemical communication that your body has. It's not electrical, it's chemical, and it's kind of like the hormone systems that people are familiar with. And your body makes these cannabinoids. They're endogenous, so they're endocannabinoids, and they perform some miraculous functions in the body. And we're just learning the significance of these functions. And basically, the endocannabinoid system is responsible for homeostasis. Most people don't understand what that really means, but it's the body's ability to maintain itself and function in the proper environment. And so it's critically important that that doctors in the future understand this control mechanism. And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. It controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
That's a heart surgeon saying that, a retired cardiologist saying that. See, he can say that because there's so many studies that are out there available, over 20,000 peer reviews talking about the medicinal benefits of CBD. So I have to ask the question, how many of you know somebody that's living with pain, waking up with pain, going to sleep with pain, going to work with pain? Pain won't go away. And they have accepted the fact that they've got to live with this and don't recognize that there's something available, a plant, that could assist them with their pain and their anxiety and inflammation, with those sleepless nights and restless days, with managing their blood sugar and something that could inhibit cancer cell growth. I mean, there's so many studies that show the possibility of what this plant, what CBD is doing in the lives of people, giving them their life back. That's why our product line is vast. I mean, it's grown. We have products all the way from coffee to drink. That's a gourmet kind of coffee. We call it flat belly brew. All the way to hair products that help your hair shine, even hair products that help with alopecia and that hair loss and those edges that you've lost. Things to help in the bedroom to assist, yes. Things to help you with that pain, that arthritis and all of those different pains in your back and knees, and people have had bone on bone, and they use our extreme pain cream or either our roller ball, Dr. Rita's rub. We even have products that you can use to cook with. Yes, seasonings, water-soluble products that go in your water and your drink and your coffee and your milk and your shakes and your cocktails and your mocktails. Tinctures that you put up under the tongue that go directly into the cellular structure of your body. Hand sanitizer that's not used with alcohol so it doesn't turn your hand white. Smokable products that are safe, that are sealed, and you don't have to worry about them. We even have gummies. Gummies for days. I mean, gummies to help you sleep, gummies to help you focus, gummies to raise up your creativity, gummies to raise up your libido. All kinds of products in all of those different industries that I just showed you. And then we've gone a step further because some of you work in industries or you have careers or jobs where you have random drug tests. And yes, the power has 0.3% or less of THC. That's just a trace amount. And it may or may not show up in your bloodstream depending on how your body metabolizes, but just to be safe, if you're one of those persons that has random drug tests on your job or in your career, we've got you covered because we have a pure product. We call it broad spectrum, and it has less than 0.0% of THC. And of course, it's got that white label to show you the difference between the power and the pure, but neither one of them give you the psychoactive effect. Neither one of them gets you high. But the best thing about our products is that they work. And we've got real results with real people with real testimonies, backed by a full medical advisory board by Dr. Rita and all of these doctors who recommend our products. They don't only recommend them. And I mean, we've got chiropractors, we got general practitioners, we got child psychologists, we've got pharmacists, we've got RNs and LVNs, but they don't only recommend them. They use them for their practice, they use them for themselves, and they use it for their families. So with that being said, I need you to think about these companies. Some of them are before your time. Some of them you've lived through. You've seen Facebook and Instagram. You've seen we're using Microsoft and Apple. You've seen what's happened with Google and Bitcoin. Oh my God. But what do they all have in common? They've made an impact. Some of these companies, literally all of these companies, have changed our lives. They've changed the way we do things. But here's the question. Were you at the table? Did anybody offer you a share? Did anybody offer you a piece of the pie? I mean, what would have happened had you been there at the beginning of Facebook and you saw the vision and you got a piece of that? I mean, the rest would be history, right? What about Microsoft or Apple or even Bitcoin? I mean, I'm in the cryptocurrency industry myself personally right now, but I missed it. I missed it when it first got started, when that Bitcoin was less than $1. But guess what? The CBD industry, this CBD economy is just getting started. And today, somebody told you to get on. Some kind of way you thought you saw Facebook or Facebook Live or a pre-recording, or somebody sent you a video, or maybe you're on the Zoom Live, or whatever way it happened, you need to thank them. You need to give them a fist pump or something, because you are here right now. And what does that mean? That means you have an opportunity. There's a small window of opportunity that Wakana opens up once a year. We've done it for the last 2 years, and this is our 3rd year. Now, I don't have a clue how many more times we're going to do this, but you can become a founding member because we set aside 1% of the gross revenue of the company. 1% of the gross revenue each month, and we place it in a pool. And we divide the revenue by the number of qualified shares to determine the value of each individual share for the month. How would you like to get a share? How would you like to get a couple of shares? Where you can become an owner in this space, not just be a consumer, but you become an owner in this space and participate in that quarterly gross revenue. How amazing is that? And so if you're listening to me and you're watching this for the very first time and you've never heard about Wakana, maybe you didn't know anything about cannabis or CBD or hemp, but you are able to be a recipient of this gross revenue. Or maybe you're one of those persons who maybe did hear about it and somebody told you and you said, well, let me test it out. And you got our free test drive, which we allow people to do for 30 days. Or maybe you jumped in and you just didn't get all the way in the water and you bought our stimulus dispensary or our millennial or our personal dispensary. Well, guess what? You are a candidate to receive now 1 share of that 1% and join forces with all of our founding members. And just for $16.79, you can receive that. And then you can even go a step further and get up to 2 shares. For those new founding members. Yes, for those new founding members on your second pack, you're eligible to buy a 2nd share. Now, you think automatically when I say 2 shares of anything, you think double, right? But nope, guess what? The 2nd share is only $839.95, half the price of that 1st share. And you can begin to start being a recipient of the quarterly revenue that comes out. And then we're going to give you product. Product. Oh my goodness. Our flagship product, our best-selling product. We're going to give you so much product it'll just make your head swim. And I know you see on the screen, it says quantity 1. But guess what? When you get this particular package, you're getting 2 times the amount of everything on this screen. Yes, 2 Oud body oils, 2 flat belly coffees, 2 King Chicagas. You're going to get 16 extra pain relief sample jars. 40 milligrams, 1 pack. You're going to get 16. You're going to get the gummy sample pack that has a 20 pack. That means you'll have 40 of those. And then you're going to get something that we just released, Culinary Infusions Flight 500. Yes, it is MCT coconut oil that's infused with Delta 8. Oh my God. You can now infuse all of your healthy dishes for your dinner, for your lunch, for your breakfast. Infuse all your salads and sauces and brownies with just 3 drops from the bottle. And then I have to know that some people that are watching me, this is not your first rodeo, and you've already joined and become a part of Wakana in some way. But before I tell you that, even those of you who are brand new, we're going to take it a step further and even let you put 50% down if you need to. And then by the end of the year, you can pay the other half. I mean, how cool is that? And you will be a full crown jewel with benefits and get paid as if you were a sapphire. And we explain that to you further. And then there's an early bird bonus before November the 1st. If you do this before November the 1st, you're going to get 2,000 points. And I know some of you may not know what that means, but you'll understand shortly when I show you how you can even get more shares just because you've accumulated those points. And you can reach certain rankings in our company if you choose to do so. Now, some of you will just want to get your shares and sit down and cross your arms. And guess what? You can do just that. But if you do the 50% down, just know you're going to get half the points. And then when you pay the other half, you get the rest of those points. And then we're going to give you extra. We're going to give you cash back. So, I mean, you paid $1,600, but guess what? We're going to give you $200 cash back. So that just kind of brought the price down to $1,400, didn't it? And we're going to give you $200 in loyalty points. What is that? That means that you can take $200 and spend on other product that may not be in the kit. So now that just brought the product down to just another $1,200. So you really only paid $1,200 for it. And then we're going to give you Wakana University vouchers. See, one of the things that makes Wakana so different from any other company is that we're concerned about you being educated. We want you to know what is the endocannabinoid system. We want you to know what is CBD, what does it stand for, the history behind it. We want you to know about compensation. We want you to know about social media, so many things that we teach in our Wakana University. So you're going to get one voucher for yourself and one for you to give away to somebody else. And then if you want to build your business and share it with other people and they share it with other people, we're going to even activate your broker key so that you can get override compensation for sharing it. And of course, you'll get a website. Yes. I mean, you will actually literally have your own online dispensary that you can send out to other people, and they can, all you do is send them the link and they can shop as if they're going to Amazon. You will just have your own CBD type of Amazon. And guess what? The person who invited you, that sponsor, is even going to be a recipient of $200, $100 in commission, and $100 in loyalty points. Now, as I started saying a few minutes ago, I know that there's some people now that you already joined Wakana, but maybe you're not a founding member. Well, guess what? You can become a founding member. And then some of you were smart enough, like my husband and I, to become founding members in previous years, because this is our third year opening up this window of opportunity. Now, I'm going to say it again. I do not know if it's going to open up next year or the next year, because once that door closes, all of the founding members will be locked in and just start receiving revenue quarterly as the company continues to grow. Because remember, in less than 3 years, we've already done 5.5 million. Do you have a clue where we're going? Can you get this? So if you have a full crown jewel right now and you're an existing founding member, then you want to get shares if you don't have it, or more shares. Plus 6 months, you're going to be paid as a sapphire if you haven't yet reached it. And it only costs you $839.95. Listen, and then you can even get up to 4 shares. But we're going to give you a product as well. And you're going to get just what the screen says, one of this, one of that. You're going to get our brand new pain relief sample jar. You're going to get our brand new gummy sample pack. And you're going to get that brand new culinary infusions Delta 8 500 milligrams MCT coconut oil. And we're going to give you some cash back, 100 cash back, 100 loyalty points for you to spend. And as I said, if you have not achieved the ranking of Sapphire, we're going to extend it so that you can get paid as if you were a Sapphire until you get to that place of qualifying. And your sponsor will get $100, $50 in commission, and $50 in loyalty points. Now, what if you wanted to pay via money order or cashier's check? Because see, there's a benefit to doing that. Well, guess what? You can mail a money order or cashier's check to Wakana for life, care of Founding Members Program. And there's the address on the screen. And the person who invited you can share that address with you. But here's the benefit of doing that. If you can get that done by November the 1st, your cost is either going to be the $799.95 or the $15.99. See, what's happening is when you pay with credit card, there's that 5% processing fee that the credit card companies do, the processing fee. So if you choose to mail it in as a money order or cashier's check, you can eliminate that. You eliminate about $40, right? And those of you that are brand new will pay $15.99. And those of you that are current founding members, or those of you who are current crown jewels or current founding members, you'll pay the $7.99. So again, mail those checks to Wakana LLC, care of Founding Members, right there in Chicago, Illinois. Now, if you miss the November the 1st deadline, Wakana will accept a postmark that shows the 1st. I mean, we're going overboard to be as generous as we possibly could be, because we want you to become an owner and we want you to get a piece of this window while it's open. So by paying on or before the deadline, you will receive all the extra points and everything that you earned. And with every pack, now here's the only qualification, the only requirement is that you have 3 customers. That's it. 3 customers, because remember, you get a website. For those of you that are brand new, some of you are already here, you've got 3 customers, you've got a website. But the beauty of this is it could be the same 3 customers. You can be one of those customers. I mean, sometimes people say, well, I don't know if I can get 3 customers. Listen, it's you and 2 other people. And if you love somebody enough, you want your mother or your father or your grandmother to not be in pain, or to help give them something that would assist them with their diabetes or with their high blood pressure, or that person that you want to gift something to for Christmas, for their lupus or for their sickle cell, whatever it is. But every month, just 3 customers, that's it. And that equals 1 share for every month you qualify your 3 retail customers. And then from now through all of 2022, all you need is 3 customers. I mean, do you understand that? Because I mean, literally, it would make sense. If you have 1 share, you need 3 customers. If you had 2 shares, you'd need 6. If you had 3 shares, you'd need 9. If you had 4 shares like I do, you'd need 12. But no, all of 2022, those same 3 customers will qualify you to receive the quarterly revenue shares. And then we've got even a special announcement. Yes. If you're brand new, if you're first time getting your shares, you're 1 or 2, because 2 is the maximum you can get at any given year. You're brand new, we're gonna waive the customer requirement until January the 1st. How much more can we do? For everyone who pre-orders on or before November the 1st. Now, for those of you that are previous founders members, you know you still got your 3 customers from your previous shares that you have, right? But what if you don't get them? What if you don't get 3 customers for the month? Well, you need those customers to receive the revenue that's paid out on the quarter. But let's just say you miss a month. Let's say January, you got your 3 customers. February, you got your 3 customers. In March, you just got busy. You forgot. Time slipped upon you. But guess what? You don't lose your shares. You don't lose your status as a founder. You just wouldn't get paid for that particular month. So I'm saying January, you'd get paid. February, you get paid. And March, you wouldn't get paid. And then you can start all over again. But we don't take away your status. And we even provide you a way to get more shares without paying more money. Who does that? Any other company that you try to get shares of, they tell you how much 1 share is. And when you say, I want 2, it's double. When you say you want 3, it's triple. But here at Wakana, if you decide you really want to work our business, and that's completely up to you. You can get your 3 shares, your 2 shares, your 4 shares, and just get the revenue that comes in every single quarter. But if you choose to work our business, we have rankings in our company like Pearl and Sapphire and Ruby and Emerald and Diamond. And with these rankings, every time you hit them, and we show you how to do that, we talk to you, we teach you and train you what those numbers represent for each of those rankings. And if you choose to do that, guess what? You get more shares. More shares that particular month. What am I saying? I'm saying, for instance, Pearl is 2,000 points. When you hit 2,000 points in our company with all the rules that go along with it, now you have 3 shares for that month instead of 1. When you hit Sapphire, you've got 6 shares for that month instead of 1. 8 for Ruby, 10 for Emerald, and 12 for Diamond. So here's an example. I personally have 4 shares. My husband and I, we got 1 share the first year, 2 last year, and the maximum is 4. So we got another one this year. Now 4 shares. So when I hit Diamond, that 1 share turns into 12. And then I count the others, 13, 14, 15. So whatever the value of a share is in October, that'll be 15 times that amount. I hope you understand that. Because see, statistics say, according to freshbooks.com and smallbusiness.com, that it takes 2 to 3 years for a company to get into profit. It took Amazon 6 or 7 years to get into profit. And it's usually dependent upon how much startup capital you have to put in. And if you know anything about the cannabis industry, it takes millions of dollars to get into this cannabis market, to get your building, your license, your product, all of the things that you need to do that. But let me tell you something. Wakana, 1% is set aside. And usually the shares in the past, they average around $8. And this number fluctuates because it's based on how much revenue and how many qualified shares there are. But whatever it is today, when we've done $5.5 million, will not be what it is when we shut the doors and the revenue just keeps going up. See, this is not an investment because investments are based on profit. If you qualify with those 3 sales on your website every single month, including you are guaranteed a payout based on the value of the share every single month. And then just do the math. You spend $1,600 or you spend $1,500 or you spend $800 or you spend $799. Listen, we're giving you $100 to $200 cash back, and we're giving you a product bonus of $100 to $200. That's just a win-win scenario. And then you have product. And if you were just to sell all your product, you can make back every single dollar that you spend. And to top it all off, your name is going to be on the wall. I can't tell you how much pride we felt, my husband and I, when we went to Chicago and looked up on the walls, because our name from the first year is on the downstairs wall. Our name is on the upstairs wall. And your name will be on the wall because you are a founding member. But what's even more important, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, your great-great-grandkids will be able to look up at the wall and see your name and know that you were a founding member of a CBD company. My God, they will know that you didn't let another opportunity pass you by. You might have missed Bitcoin, you might have missed Amazon, you might have missed Netflix, but you didn't miss this time. So I'm asking you, what are you going to do? It's time to make a move. So do this. Get back with the person who invited you. Let them know that you're ready to become a founding member. Let them know, ask them to show you how to get it done, because this window of opportunity is open. And again, I don't know if it's going to happen next year or the next year, but it's happening now. And you don't want to be said that you heard it and didn't do anything about it. Thank you so much for being here. Be blessed, and we'll see you next time.